Hi everyone, welcome to the video. So we're in the allotment again, obviously, on this red hot July day. The temperature, well, it's saying 33 on the thermometer there, and it feels a little bit cooler than that, but certainly roundabout. So this is July's little tour. So I'm going to show you around the allotment, and I'm going to, again as always, tell you what I've been up to, and if I've got any plans to do anything, and bits and pieces like that. Also, if you wait until the end of the video, I'm going to show you how big the sunflowers are. They're really starting to put on some growth, really looking good, so keep watching for that at the end. And we've also got a pumpkin which I think is going to be pretty big as well. So that's the introduction out the way. The sun's right in my eyes, so let's get going. So we've got an overview here. It's looking really nice, just how an allotment should look in July. But we're going to start by showing you the horrible corner again. I say it in every video, it's a job that needs to be done, but it's going to be a winter job, this one now. I can't remember if it was on the last video or not, the allotment tour, but I've sort of started to sort the wood out in bits and pieces, but obviously you can see all this is just absolute rubbish. Stuff that I use, to be fair. Some of the bits are stored for projects and that, but it obviously needs to be tidied up. I fished out this sign as well that I bought a couple of years ago at a car boot sale. I think I actually got it for free, so I just thought that'd be a nice little addition to the shed. And I've got my camera gear on there now, but after I've done this video, I'm going to finish off my onion video. So this is where I'm going to dry out my onions. They've been drying for a few days in the sun, but for the purposes of that video, I'm going to show you how to use a bit of a cage come dog crate thing to dry them, so I'm going to use that. But I'll take you around anyway. So I've got some baby potatoes in there, which I've just picked an absolute load, so I'm going to try and leave these in there for a few more weeks. Got the carrots coming on nicely there. These in here, these are probably about a month, probably about 3 or 4 weeks old now, and for some reason they've just done nothing. They're a little bit better, but I don't know if I'll get anything from them, to be honest. And so I'm not sure why, but that's the way it goes. Sometimes you can do everything right. I mean, I've done the same soil mix and everything as with the back ones there, and but for whatever reason they just haven't come. But that's life. It happens sometimes. Leeks here, they're doing quite nice. If you can look here, sort of on, got 1, 2, 3. So I snipped these when I planted them, and these I didn't. Just as a little test to see if the snipped ones would grow any better or worse than the unsnipped ones. And to be fair, they're all pretty similar, to be honest. So yeah, that's the leeks. Got some potatoes at the back there. Two were just extra additions that I'd put in, so another month or two, and I'll probably leave them in the ground as long as I can as well, because we've just absolutely got loads. So I'll show you the main potato bed. So I've got a couple of rows of main crop on the left, which I'm obviously going to keep till September, October time. I dug the rest of the earlies up there, just so I could make way for another little bed. So I've got some kale at the back there and some broccoli. So these were planted in trays about a month ago, and hopefully they're still going to get another couple of months worth of decent temperatures. So I don't think it's too late, although they don't look in the best of health. I don't know if you can see through the net there on that one. I think they'll come good though. I think they'll be all right. So we'll see how these are doing anyway as the weeks go on. But I got some nice compost here. Some decent compost, full of worms underneath. Yeah, pretty decent. You probably can't see in the camera, but and then I got my main bin there. And I did a video about this as well, about compost bin sizes. How you obviously when the compost rots down, the pile height goes down. So if you transfer it, as you should, to regenerate the heat, if you transfer it into a smaller bin, so check out the video there anyway, and might be of interest to you. Yeah, so hopefully you can see here, I've got all the purple sprouting broccoli, and behind it the cut and come again lettuce, which needs another cut because we've got absolutely loads. And apologies if this is dark, but the sunlight was sort of, you shouldn't really point the phone into the sunlight, so I'm hoping this comes out okay on the video. Got my peas down here. Pods are starting to fill a little bit now, so I'll just keep going with them. Again, it's been quite slow. I think like most of the country, we seem to be a few weeks behind still, I think. But I'll try and show you. Yeah, hopefully you can see. If I do this lighting. Yeah, so we've got a little broccoli out there with some nice little side shoots. I'm sure if you can see them. But that's the only one so far. So again, I think it'll be another probably month till we. That'll be sooner. I think a couple of weeks probably I'll pick that. But the rest of them, they put on some nice growth. But yeah, just taking its time. This bed, we have the spring onions, which are doing really well. We're just picking these as we need them. Same with the beetroot. They're multi-sown these, so we've got 2 or 3 in each sown. So they're growing in clumps. And we've got some really big ones in there, so I think I'm going to leave that bed and just pick them as we need them. And the runners at the back there, which have finally reached the top. So they're not too bad at all. In the raised bed, we've got some lettuce, some cabbage, sorry. We've got a Brussels sprout plant there randomly as well. So these mainly are grown for the chickens, so they have been, some of them have been ravaged by slugs, as you can see, but I'm not too bothered because this is all pretty much food for the chickens, apart from the sprouts. So yeah, this is just a supplement to the chicken feed, so I'm not bothered about that. So yeah, they're doing really well, these actually. I've been feeding them with liquid seaweed and sometimes the comfrey feed as well. So they've really seemed to have responded. So yeah, pretty decent. Pumpkin plants here will come back in a minute. If you've watched the last couple of videos here, you'll know that this area is basically just being written off until the winter when I can improve the soil. I bought some commercial compost in the dumpy bags, a ton of compost. Sort of dug it in, but left most of it on the top, and it's horrible, to be honest. It looks alright there on the surface, but it's almost set. It's just been so hard. And I did plant some red onions in amongst all that, but they've done nothing at all. So this is all the sort of the left shape there. It's all going to get manure, a load of manure in the winter, dug in, so it's all nice come next year. A couple of little pumpkins here, but I've got a massive one starting to grow on the furthest plant there, so we'll come back to that shortly. Raspberries, got the canes in again. Well, I've had the allotment for a year now, and obviously it's a bit of a work in progress. Obviously some things are just sort of new, like the canes that I planted. They're starting to put on some decent growth. I've been feeding them and trying to keep them well watered because we've had a bit of a heat wave. But they're looking quite healthy, albeit a bit small. But again, it's like a lot of things need to work in progress, and I'm sure I'll get some raspberries. There's some here. So these are autumn fruit and raspberries, which basically means when given off all the raspberries in the autumn, you then cut them right down, almost to ground level, about 15 to 20 centimetres. Cut them right back. There's the original stake, I don't think you can see there, that raspberry cane, sorry. And then this one has just sprouted from the bottom there. We've got the main cane here, and then this is sprouted up. So over here I've got the onions that have been drying for a couple of days, and I'm going to transfer them to the shed and finish off the little video for that. Another massive pumpkin plant which I'm just letting do its own thing, because we've just got patio sort of paving up the top here, and I'm just going to let it run because we haven't really been sitting out here too much. So we'll let nature take its course on this one and see how it does. We've got quite a big pumpkin somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. Yep. There, so that's half decent. It's about the size of my hand. And got another little one starting to form there. So I'm just going to let this one run. I'm not going to cut it or, you know, remove any of the female flowers or anything. But the one over there, I'm trying to grow a big one, not a giant one, because it's just I can't remember the seed that the variety, sorry, but it's not one of your giant ones. So nevertheless, I'm going to try and get it as big as I can. So onto the sunflowers. So these are skyscraper sunflowers, and you can see the two biggest are at the end here. So these are starting to become pretty big now, and I'm in the middle of doing a video on these, sort of a start to finish. So again, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and I've got loads of videos to come. I'm uploading as often as I can, because I'm a gardener as well, so obviously this is the busiest time of year for me. So I'm doing my best to try and keep the videos coming, but when it starts to die down in the autumn, I'm going to be uploading loads and loads of videos, so be sure to subscribe. Yeah, so these are doing really well. See how thick the stems are, they're absolutely massive. It's really good. Chickens, happy as ever, expecting some food, and just stood on the vine there. But yeah, these are always happy. I'll throw them some corn in a minute. So we'll go and have a look at the big pumpkin. So this is sort of a bit of a bush variety, I think, although that's starting to sprout out now. But I've been getting rid of all the other little pumpkins that have started to form, because I want to try and grow a big one here. And if I get out the shadow there, hopefully you can see just how big this one is already. So that's my hand there, and this is a pretty hefty pumpkin already in the middle of July, so it's got a lot of growing time left, and I'm going to do my best to make sure that's as big as possible. I'm really quite excited for this one, and I've got a couple of videos on pumpkins and stuff, so you can check them out if you want. But yeah, really happy with that one. Got some runners again there, and in the greenhouse it's just strawberry plants at the minute. Again, first year, so they're not great. If I just squeeze in there, but they're alright. I've had quite a few of them. Not doing too bad. And this was one of the runners that I need to pot on, actually, because it's getting too big for the pot now. But I made a video on the runners, how to deal with strawberry runners, and that's the result of one of the runners I propagated. So pot that up, and that should be another addition for next year. And I'm gonna, so once we've got all these strawberries off here, I'm going to try and make use of all the runners that they keep sending off. So I've been snapping them off at the minute, but I'm going to try and propagate a few so I can hopefully double up on my strawberry plants for next year. Alright, so short and sweet. If you enjoyed that, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to be notified of all my future uploads. once again, thanks for watching. Cheers guys, bye.